scenes. But yes, stay away from the money predictions, channel points, A-OK. That is going to remain up until the pistol round has finished. And we go to the knife round, which, as you do, meets in the mid position, and first blood already drawn. I love a nice quick knife round. When things start to get too slow, no! Bro is running away. Bro is being a coward, trying to play a dark position.
Would you expect anything less?
Oh.
We're just unaware.
What
Welcome,
we're seeing,
that's EU talent, Floofies.
What we're seeing is how good Danish talent is in North America. We brought in German talent, we brought in Swedish talent, we brought in South African talent. Now we're bringing in Danish talent. I mean,
Absolutely.
Granted, we did bring it in before. Cadian was on Rogue.
Yes. I miss those days, though. Honestly, those were some interesting days in North American Counter-Strike history.
Seeing those games, or seeing the fact that happened and that was a period of time. So I went to DreamHack Austin back in 2018 because I was really into Hearthstone at the time. And I was like, I'm going to go play Hearthstone. I've never gotten above rank 5, but I'm going to go, compete and see how I do and just go enjoy the show. So I dropped out of that fairly quickly. And I was like, there's Counter-Strike here. Well, I've always liked Counter-Strike, so I'll go watch this in the crowd. And I was like, wow, this is really cool. I did not pay attention to who any of the players were. Hiko was there. Hold on, hold the phone. Big plays here. Cyrix with 1, but George answers back with 2. 2 guns, 2 frags. Brett now looking for the trades. He will find them. Ooh, double kill as well. Sandman with 1 joining in. It's just going to be Nitro alone in the 1 versus 3. Looking for the kill up toward Brett. Still remaining on site. He does manage to recover the bomb, but there's a lot of work to be done. Good headshot. There's still even more. There's Seb here to meet him, and the dualies will crush.
Yeah, that front-facing position there from Brett and A-Main, they obviously did a little bit of their homework there with 3 players here on the CT side, already on the A-bomb side there. So a little bit maybe of a counter there on the Vagrants part there, and it does work out there in their favor indeed. That is a quick early CT round here for Vagrants, and kind of putting NRG on a little bit back on their heels. No bomb plan as well, so not a lot of money going into this round either.
Yep, and so one thing I want to call out here is 3 copies of the FAMAS here on the Vagrant side. Already giving that weapon a shot. We'll see how it performs. I mean, it's going to be against the unarmored players, so there's not a whole lot to talk about. But still, if anybody brings out the burst, I want to make sure that we get a chance to see that. But all things considered, Bro, last player to fall here, and yeah, that sure was a second round.
That's the second round you kind of expect here. And yeah, this is actually, I believe, played with the new update here. So you do have some adjustments here on the pricing and accuracy of the FAMAS. You also have a pricing adjustment on the M4A4 as well as some nerfs on some of the lower SMGs as far as crouching accuracy here on the CT side. So you may see a little bit different playstyle, a little different bit of different weaponry here going into this game as you do with some others.
Brett getting activated fast here, getting ripped apart though. Cyrix able to get the trade onto OC, and now Seb getting aggressive as well. Gonna put down the Molotov and leave. But still, good damage done. Sandman with a kill on the other side of the map as well. So 3 versus 4. Vagrants taking an early advantage on this round.
Yeah, Seb here is sitting here at 2 HP on the A-bomb site. Mason is well back here to help counter any potential aggression here from the T side. But you do have a 3-on-2 here. Potentially going to happen here very quickly. Early nade in, not going to find any damage there. Seb avoiding that one. A little bit of splash would have definitely hurt there. But you do have this execute going in. Great counter smoke by Seb as well, but we've got an execute coming here shortly.
Yeah, I love the sprays through the smoke, thinking someone's going to be there, but no, it's Mason sitting behind table, ready for two. Nitro now looking to be the hero. Oh, Captain America gets one, but he's going to need two more to close out this round, and he does have the time to get that bomb down and get to a good spot to watch this one. This is going to be a tough one, though. He's got players on either side, and he backs right into Sandman, puts him to sleep, and that's going to be the defuse.
Yeah, heck of a play there from Nitro. Kind of caught Seb by surprise there a little bit, but able to trade out that early damage. Only needed 2 HP to take him down. Able to pick up a few more frags that round here for the NRG side, but Vagrants are already on to 3 rounds here early.
Yeah, this one is starting to look a little bit worrying. The only 2 with kills on NRG, Nitro and George. So definitely my captain indeed.
Yeah, shout out to George as well. If anybody hasn't met George in a LAN environment, the man loves bananas, and he brings bananas from Costco as well. And hands them out like a gentleman.
Good start for Brett here, taking down OC right off the bat. I do like the hero rifle for George. He's going to take that first on into mid. Ooh, Cyrex take down Nitro, but as he's running in the back, George going to put him right down. That will allow NRG a little bit of space here in mid.
Yeah, kind of slowed it down here a little bit on the NRG side. Good play here by them. It is a 3v4 for NRG, but you do have Hex here pushing in from A main. Just Seb here to defend. This is a great call here by NRG. Some early damage going out. Mason has found some backup here, but the bomb's actually going to go down. Bro not able to hit that shot as well, and got the bomb. The bomb's just sitting here.
Yeah, well, with these kills, the big thing to watch out for is some weapons being picked up. Brett walking in through cams will take down Hext, but George with that op could be a deadly force, but he's not prepared for Brett to come in through bricks. And that's going to be a 4th. Vagrants making some quick work of NRG, and like I said, this is an NRG squad that I feel like, you know, before the season, they had Breeze. Before the season, they didn't have George. George was the new player in, and you know, maybe it's just taken a few games to gel.
You've also got some, you know, different tactics and things like that as well. I'm sure Bro has brought to the team for the NRG side. It's also, you know, the great way of thinking as well from North America. It's always kind of good to bring in someone who hasn't played in that environment really as well, because they're going to bring something different to the table. That's why you bring in someone with a talent level like Bro to North America. And props to Bro as well. You know, he's actually in North America. The man's got a 21 ping to the server. So this isn't something like Wildcard has been doing, where the players have been playing, you know, overseas and things like that over North American servers. So we are actually truly getting to see Bro in the North American environment running a 20 ping to a server. So it should be a little bit different sort of amalgamation of things coming here from the NRG. So I look forward to seeing everything that they can do.
Can I say something that I hope doesn't curse anything?
Oh no, don't catch a curse.
No, it's not about the game.
Okay.
I hope everyone's visas go well. Like, I'm very happy that we do have Bro in North America, but I had the thought of like, okay, so we're gonna have the Austin Major. But there's always visa issues with Dallas, and that's like 12 teams. This is 32. Oh no.
Correct, yeah. It's going to be something, at least we're getting Dallas early, so maybe if you get denied the first time, you can make it to the major.
Oh gosh, that is a horrible thought, but I do... Oh, anyway, Vagrants forcing their way out of B main, spotted by Bro. He's got some support here. He will pick up the opening frag as well onto Cyrex. And that's going to ring some dinner bells here for NRG. Getting themselves moved on over, and they're going to fight Brett here in... Oh! I was going to say fight Brett, but it's hard to fight with a bullet to the face. Sandman trades too. And it is a 3 versus 2. Oh, but on the other side, Vagrants drop bomb. So 2 versus 2, and Vagrants have access to the bomb. This is dangerous here, but Seth goes down to Nitro. Good trade, and Bro here to bring the first round for NRG.
Yeah, absolutely. You were talking about it early in the game. George and Nitro were the only ones with kills, but actually in that round, you saw 2 from OC and 2 from Bro as well. So the rest of Scooby and the gang have arrived here on Anubis. So good kills coming out there from NRG. Still need to find a way to get Hex activated here in this game too. So don't forget about Mr. Jaden. He is definitely a force to be reckoned with here for NRG. It's someone that when Hex is performing well, it seems like everyone else sort of steps up to the game to play. So we're definitely looking forward to, seeing a little bit different aggression here for NRG, but that is going to be the last of the money as well on the Vagrant side. So timeout coming in from them. This is going to be their last buy here, potentially, if NRG can just take another round from them.
Yeah, I mean, the CT money is just... we'll see how... I really am curious how the FAMAS is going to factor into the CT money. Because the FAMAS being $150 more expensive than a Galil, which, like, let me repeat that because it still feels really crazy to me. The FAMAS is only $150 more than the Galil. Now, granted, it has 10 fewer bullets, and it's still the FAMAS. It'd make it stronger. So
what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. It's just... It's really going to be interesting to see how it performs as things start off. Ooh, George with a lovely entry, but Mason answers back with interest, and Sandman joins in as well for 2. Oh, just a catastrophe on the entries for NRG.
And not exactly what you want to happen there. Good entry by George as well, actually taking out that player in front pillar, but just left here on the Hex in the 1v4. Does spot the player pillar, but everybody's going to be swarming here, and it's going to be a triple peek, and there goes Hex as well. So no one surviving here for NRG. Unfortunately, not able to convert 2 rounds in a row here just yet. Vagrants on to their 5th.
Yeah, I mean, wow. I was expecting some good stuff from Vagrants after getting a chance to watch them last night versus Party Astronauts, but this is painful.
A little bit. It's still only 5 rounds in so far, and you're going to get a good old Tech 9 buy here from the T's. So anything can happen, Floopies, as we know in North America with pistol rounds.
Yeah, I do feel like maybe NRG needs to be giving a little bit more respect over to the Vagrants. Clearly, they can shoot back, and they very much will. And NRG, they lose their hero rifle. Going to be picked right up again by Bro, but 2 players, and he goes for the field goal. You're in North America, but you're not playing football, my friend.
OC is able to trade out through the smoke, though, so Cyrix does fall there early into the round, and Bomb is down as well here in A main, so Mason and Seb here to defend, but the rest of the team not really giving up any spacing here yet to NRG, and Sandman able to trade OC out here in E-Box and just left here on to Captain America.
Oh, there's a 1-tap. Good start here for Nitro, looking for the clutch. He's got a lot to do. 2 players watching Bomb, and they've still got a solid belt of utility to work with. Molly in position and lots of time. There's another for you, good measure. So Nitro has to move or he'll just be bottled up here. Brett not choosing to go in for the push. Ooh, Nitro does manage to get the bomb, but Brett does seem to be prepared for this. It's going to be Nitro crossing under bridge. Ooh. And Brett not going to... I was expecting the drop there, but Brett choosing to go for the safe passage. Vagrant's going to take control of every entrance. Ooh, Nitro spots the elbow as Brett is peeking, but Brett in turn is going to spot the fact that he has been spotted. I feel like I've said spotted so many times as Brett takes the head off of Captain America, and Vagrants will take a 6th round.
Yet another round here on the board for Vagrants, but actually... everyone should kind of take note of what Nitro kind of did there in the reposition. He knew the player was coming in there from B main and played in a position to know, essentially where any of the information is. You have to trade that player out in B main. That's the only one that you exactly know where that position is coming from. So, Nitro, obviously smarter than the majority of players currently playing Counter-Strike, especially here in North America. But take
Especially
note there of a little
chat.
bit of reposition. And in chat as well. Watch out, friends, but I couldn't have made a play like that. I'm not that smart. I'm just here casting. So
That is why we're here casting. and not in the
That is why
server.
we are here. Exactly.
But
That's why we're not former pros.
yeah, yeah.
But NRG just really needs a few rounds here on the T side. They obviously are going to put Vagrants onto a little bit of that's where the test really comes out here, is on your T side here and how your executes really come out. So it could be a different story here potentially in the second half.
Well, and again, normally I would call out the fact that you really want 7 to 5 or better on your T side. Like a lot of people will say, T side is going to be the really favored side, but the change to the FAMAS, I feel like changes so much of the buying and selling calculus here. There we go. George picking up a second. That's going to give NRG a nice 2-player advantage here. Are they going to push it over to A again? They're going to put themselves right back into the hands of Cyrex. I feel like the A pushes haven't worked, but they've also gone for they've gone for a lot of disrespectful stuff. This boost, though, will be torn to shreds, torn down. NRG, they do finally bring them down and find another round here on their T side.
Yeah, that boost by Vagrants was very bold, but a perfect read, of course, as you would expect from NRG on that one, and able to secure their second round here. And the economy here on the CTs looking a little iffy, so we are going to see some upgraded pistols here in this round. So NRG should have an ability here to go ahead and convert 2 rounds here in a row. But great plays all around. Unfortunately, Brett kind of peeked through that E-box smoke there, and there were 2 players to trade as well on the NRG side, so that additional information definitely did not work in his favor on that one.
Yeah. I think we could call out the trading on NRG in general. The spacing, really, more than the trading. Just because it does kind of seem like they've lost 2 at a time in a lot of positions where there should have been 1 in a trade. And NRG are just kind of deathballing and looking for kills. Well, here we go. Nitro coming into the pistols. First one down, but the spray down is not good enough. And Cyrex will get the trade. That's going to be a dangerous piece. Dropped into the hands of the CT side. Now they've got an AK to work with.
Yeah, but good smoke into camera there, realizing there was at least probably 3 or so in mid. So excellent take here by NRG, and it is just going to be 1 rifle picked up here so far for Vagrants, but you do have 3 players coming in here with pistols, potentially looking to steal away a couple more.
Yep. I will say the biggest thing the Vagrants have won so far this series is they didn't let Inferno through. You just don't let Inferno through versus Anubis. You just don't. Oh, it trades back. Look at this. Wait a minute. 2 versus 3. Vagrants on the retake. They don't have the kit. Oh, and OC will put 1 down, but Cyrex slams 2. That's not going to be enough to close this one out. So it will be a 3rd for NRG. Luckily for them, they are flush with cash, so they'll be buying right back, but that's still a lot to lose. An AWP over to your opponents.
An AWP and an AK going over to the Vagrant side, and they were a little short on cash, so picking up those 2 weapons actually is going to be perfect, essentially, here for the Vagrant side. So NRG is well low on cash, so whoever wins this round potentially is going to put together a second. So we've got to see something else happen here for NRG to start stringing together some rounds.
Yeah, you definitely can't let the CTs get 7. It's just way too many. And if they do get a 7th, I almost fear that it could be 8 for Vagrants. While that's not impossible to bring back, also not easy. Good kill to start things off for Hex, though.
Yeah, great entry by Hex, kind of what you'd expect from him. You've got to get him activated here on the T side. Excellent pop flash into A main, and Seb fell almost instantaneously as soon as that flash came in. So already getting that early 4v5 advantage.
Yes. I do want to bring up just the funniness of the map picks here for best of 2s, right? Because NRG got to choose whether they took first pick or first ban or second ban. And I don't think I've seen a single team given that choice that hasn't gone for second ban. So they chose second, so that means Vagrants chose first ban. NRG got to ban 2, Vagrants banned 2, and then NRG took the final ban. So they were like, okay, we choose this map or this map. So I won't say that they picked Anubis. You know, Anubis was what was left over. But when you have that second to last ban, it does kind of feel like a pick. But that's kind of my
Indeed.
personal, like, how I write things down.
Yeah, and actually the play from NRG to kind of take B here was actually amazing as they Hex actually threw some utility here in A main to kind of keep them honest, and as well as that flash in through main, there were 3 players there on the A bomb site, and it's actually going to be a full save call here from the Vagrant side. Going to keep 4 rifles, one op and 3 rifles here into the next round. So not really going to see anything happen in the post plant situation for NRG. So the NRG is going to be on to their 4th.
I do like the save call here from Vagrants, though. If they lose this, they definitely tumble down to 5-6 at the very least, and this just gets more and more dangerous the more you tumble. They're really, really holding on to their 6 rounds.
Yeah, and Brett's going to be able to pass over, an M4 over to Seb, so they're going to get another full buy and full utility out around here for the Vagrant side. So excellent save call for them early in the round to hold on to those rifles here. So, but we finally are going to see 3 rounds in a row here for the NRG side. So 2 more is going to tie up this half for us, and another timeout coming out from Vagrants.
This is a lot of timeouts being thrown early on. And I mean, it's not that confusing when you consider who the coaches of these 2 teams are. You've got Oreo, who does not spell his name like the cookie. And you've got Daps on the other side of it, and both of them, capable coaches in North America. So definitely want to get them on the mic and communicating as much as possible.
Yeah, potentially, if this isn't going to work, obviously it's going to crush the economy of what's left here really on the Vagrant side. So we're probably going to see, a few of those recently changed FAMASas come out here on the CT side if NRG is able to string together their 4th round in a row. So everybody's going to see a little bit change of pace here. But an early smoke in, and there's actually a gap a little bit on the left-hand side here on that mid-smoke.
Ooh, there's something to call out. Looking to see if OC goes for the early aggression here. He's already got that lane over to E-Box locked in, but not going to abuse it. NRG going for an A split this time around. I think they'll just fall into the site. Molly doing a good job to get Cyrix off the angle, but Seb might be the one to worry about. First kill goes his way. 2 back for NRG here for Vagrants, and the trades, they're favoring the Vagrants. OC left over. He's going to be forced to toss away looking for an AK. Does get to pick up bomb. So at the very least, this 1 versus 2 feels like at least it has some possibility. Vagrants, I like these positions they've taken. They're 2 spots where the rotations are very possible and not even needed as Brett. That you got to watch that bridge spot.
Yeah, Brett's been playing that a majority here on the CT side as well. So, he was playing that position when he rotated in from B main when Nitro was in that 1v3 situation a few rounds ago. So, obviously, Brett's kind of feeling that mid position there through the windows. So, we are going to see a full buy come out here. There's a remainder of weaponry available on the NRG side, but able to get that off here as well onto OC. So only sitting at 4 kills here so far in the first half. So we've got to find a way to get a few kills here with OC as well and get him active to get that off.
Yeah, this is a dangerous peek, and Cyrix wins it. That is going to be the man advantage. Vagrants in the driver's seat to go for an 8th round here, and man, what a CT side to end on 8.
Yeah, the potential is here, but you still have that off on OC. So I've seen OC get a couple 4Ks, but that is an excellent entry here by Hex once again towards A main, finding Seb through the smoke to the dome.
This is an interesting rotation, though. They lose the player A main, and they send 3 up mid to just play rotations. I mean, it's been working for Vagrants. I feel like they've been on the correct site every round except for 1. So having the heavy rotate locked in. Oh, and OC needs to be careful. Mason already encroaching on his position. That doesn't look like he's ready for this. Oh, there's two here too. Oh no, he's locked in. He does have the shot at the last possible second on the angle, and NRG will get the bomb down. Now 3 versus 4 for Vagrants.
And excellent aggression here into E-Box as well. Kind of feeling that there was a player, but Bro is actually in a power position here. Unfortunately, does fall to Brett, and it's kind of left here with OC here in B main. Able to find Brett just down to Cyrix, and OC once again showing his prowess with the op here, picking up the 3K here in the round. And we talked about OC getting activated here, and that was the round we needed to see it in.
Yep, he's finally getting into this one. It took him a few rounds. Sometimes takes you a little bit to hit that stride, but you know, when it's not a Dust 2 OC, but this is still a desert map. And the good news for OC is he has another desert map to look forward to. Kind of feels like being in the desert powers him up. Maybe he's... Oh gosh, a Dune reference would have been great here, but I don't have one prepared.
Really would have been, you know, he's looking to throw a little bit of extra spice into these rounds here on these dusty maps. So there is your your reference there, Floopies. The Spice Lord himself, OC.
What are the worms called? Should he call his op the Shai Halud?
I don't know if that would fit with the character limits, potentially. I think it would.
I'll have to think of some more. Anyway, it looks like we're going to get a little bit of a peek into B main for Vagrants. A little bit of a chip off of George, but nothing else. Meanwhile, Mason just charging down mid, going to take down OC, and that's going to allow a lot of movement out of Vagrants. They're going to crunch their way into the A bomb site. Nitro kind of left alone on an island here, but he drops the bomb, and now we're getting a lot of chaos. Raps on raps, and Nitro stands alone 1 versus 4. Can he complete the solo ace on this round? No, he cannot. And it will be Seb to clean him up. And Vagrants take the pistol.
Yeah, that positioning there, there was actually still 2 players left on A. OC fell in mid on that one, and you know, Hex actually had a really good kind of counter position, kind of pushed into A main a little bit there, but Seb was actually holding back, just waiting to see some aggression there from the CT side. But you know, at that point, Nitro was getting overwhelmed, and Hex had to, you know, bail his teammate out a little bit there. And as soon as that push came in, as soon as they knew there was 2 players on A, that linchpin really kind of fell with Seb pushing in.
Yep. A little bit of an explainer there on how a best of 2 works, chat, in case you're a little bit confused. Unfortunately, here in North America and basically every region besides Europe, we're running best of 2s. They're nice and a little bit quicker. They are a little bit confusing, but you know, you'll get used to them. It's taken a few seasons, but you know, I'm here for it. But with bomb planted, that is going to be likely just NRG deathballing, looking for some exits, and hopefully not feeding too many of these kills to the MAC 10s. They lose 1, and they jerk in the turntail and run. Maybe. Nope. Mason. 1 as well. Sandman cleans up, so it's a full house.
It is, but those last 3 kills were picked up by the AK and not the SMG. So throwback to the days when the CTs used to just run into Molotovs and incendiaries, any fire on the ground, to try and avoid some SMG weaponry to not allow the opposing team to cash farm. So that's a little bit of a throwback there if anybody remember those good old days in Counter-Strike.
Yep. So now we're going to get to see what NRG can do with the rifles on their CT side. They've had a bit of a rough T side. That is fair. But, you know, anything can happen. There's still another few rounds of play, and it's going to take... Got to get all 13. Good first start here for NRG. They trade the kills, but Cyrix here takes down 1. Mason joins in, and that's going to be an open B site for the Vagrants. Oh, man, and a sub from Get the Bag Mark. That's 3 months. Thank you so much. Hex going to be left all alone. Not likely to be going for the retake here. Mark, thank you so much for the Prime sub. I appreciate that a whole lot.
just going to be left here onto Hext with the recently buffed FAMAS in the lower price point as well. So looking to play a little bit of a spoiler role here, and there are going to be 3 exiting his way. Any kills that he can find here is going to be absolutely massive to try and pull away a little bit out of the economy here from the Vagrant side. So first one peeking in here from Cyrex, unfortunately not able to get that trade. And that is going to be Vagrants onto the first team with double digits here with a 10-5 lead over NRG.
Yeah, I mean, FAMAS got better, but it didn't get quite that much better. You're not going to spray down 2 players at the same time. And so
I haven't seen anybody try the burst option yet with the FAMAS either. So, you got to try everything, right? You get a new change to a weapon. And
this is
and
not the time for bursting on the
maybe
FAMAS.
burst. Hey, don't knock it till you try it, Floopies. Maybe we're just unaware. We're uneducated.
Okay, I was trying the FAMAS burst in Deathmatch. It's good fun, but yeah. Yeah.
Nitro as well here with the CZ. So we do have a CZ enjoyer here in Nitro.
Always fun to see who brings that out. Every time I see it, I'm just sitting here like, why? Why didn't you buy a 5.7? But the time to kill on that CZ can be just that tiny bit shorter just because of the spray. So
Hext actually may be able to find Brett off guard here in mid potentially, but it looks like Vagrants is going to opt here for an A hit, not really finding a lot of pushback here onto B. And Hext actually does get that kill onto Brett here in mid, so rifle recovered here, and that is the full execute coming in from Vagrants.
yeah, okay, they're on the A bomb site. They do take down the rifle right back. NRG on the rotate as the bomb is going down, but the pistols... It's pistols and armor, but I'm not going to give it any more possibility unless they can get at least one. They're spending a significant amount of time just waiting for an opportunity to present itself and not really finding it. Vagrants all sitting behind cover, not even looking for the peaks. So nades going in and just Nitro with 1, but Sandman trades back with 2. Cyrex with 2 as well. And Vagrants, they put themselves on that penultimate point.
Absolutely. Looking pretty comfortable here so far for the Vagrant side. Looking pretty comfortable here with some of their executes, but you have some impressive score tallies going on here. Mason sitting at 16-7, Sandman at 18-6, Cyrex at 14-8. So everybody's sitting here at least at a 1-to-1 ratio here on the Vagrant side, but it looks like we've got to get some few players here still activated here for NRG, but we are seeing some kills come out here from George and Nitro, kind of showing that there's still some hope here left in the game for NRG, but we are going to get finally an op onto OC on the CT side, so we've got to make something work for it, looking for him to come up huge in this round.
You know what? That's a good point. We're going to spectate OC this round and see just how he does. That's right, chat. I may not be alone tonight, but I am doing the production and observing for this. Ooh, we get the run boost out through A main. What does he spot with it? He spots a flashbang. Gonna be
probably
the
not
story you're hoping for, but they send out Hext. He's burned out, but he does deal some good damage over to Brett. That is gonna lead Vagrants on over to the B bomb site.
But you do have 3 players here already to defend, so good read here by NRG, smart move by OC as well to kind of play a back position here on A main. So there still is a little bit of utility available here for the CTs, so it's not over just yet.
Not over till it's over. It's not over yet. There's a solid minute left on this round. I feel like NRG still have more to show us. Ooh, well, we were just talking about the read by NRG, but I think maybe Vagrant's making a read of their own. Like, hey, we've got a lot of map control. Maybe we go back over to that A bomb site. They could just catch OC by himself, and they will. Mason with one to the back of the head. Meanwhile, Nitro popping in, but that Brett picking up that off, going to put it to work. And this might just be the save call for NRG. Oh, George able to take down Sandman, so at least softening the blow on this round. But Vagrant's going to be on map point here, and that's a dangerous proposition for now, or NRG. Anytime I think proposition, I think nouns now.
And indeed you should, but you know, Brett actually coming up huge there in that round, takes the early dink down to 2 HP, still survives, picks up the ult from OC, and gets that pivotal kill on the Nitro coming into play there on the A bomb site. So they've got to get moving here. That bomb is about ready to go off, and Brett still only has 2 HP remaining.
Yep. I mean, they have more than enough time. They have the successful read that, yeah, they've got all the time in the world to make their way off the bomb site and get free of that explosion. Cool guys don't need to look at explosions, and clearly Vagrants are the cool guys.
They are for at least this first map here in the series, but Hex going to get pushed here onto a FAMAS, but full buy coming out, spending the rest of those pennies they've collected throughout the game here on the NRG side. But we've seen some great tactical, you know, essentially tactical knowledge here coming out of Vagrants, and you wouldn't expect anything less with Brett at the helm. So kind of showing the prowess here of what Fluffy Aimers unfortunately kind of left behind.
Yeah, I mean, I think the big thing here is NRG should have a lot more demos available than Vagrants. So Vagrants, I think we're seeing Brett doing a great job of anti-stranding, though. Right now, the trade's going the way of NRG, but Brett, again, in the right position at the right time. Walks into the site with the flash, Seb with the kill, trades by Bro. Cyrix able to get one back, but not going to be enough to stop Hex.
Well, we got a kill with the FAMAS.
We did get a kill with the FAMAS. We got a clutch with... is it a clutch if you're just killing people walking into the site?
I mean, not necessarily, but Bro picking up 3 kills or so on that round. So, you know, the name of the game sometimes, folks, is stay alive. If you're anchoring that bomb site, the best thing that you can do is stay alive, and Bro did exactly that there, and that's the round win here for NRG. So, great job of just kind of playing around some of the angles there, delay, and it kind of showed in their favor.
Indeed. There's going to be more needed. Cyrix taking some early damage here off boost. And OC picking off Sandman. This is a good start. Could be NRG starting off the comeback. Not going to call it this soon, though. We are 6 rounds behind, so still a long road for NRG.
Yeah, and Hex is going to fall away here from that frontal A main position, too. So, looks like NRG's got a little bit of a read here that there's going to be a play happening towards B. The 2 players here left, and Nitro rotating in from CT as well. So, good read here potentially by NRG, but also fearful of that mid position.
Yeah, a lot of aggression going in now. Vagrants looking for the B split, but NRG, they do get the nade into position. Not a lot of damage. It might send Vagrants backing. Brett looking to keep NRG guessing, keep them on the site, just make some noise. Meanwhile, they've got Seb moving his way into A. And this is Hexed in the right position at the right time, and now time not on Vagrant's side. Mason looking for the shot, spots Hexed in heaven. Is he just going to go for the plant with no utility here? He is, and NRG are going to let him have it. Well, that's a little bit iffy. Cyrix picks up one on the backside, and Cams, and Mason picks up one as well. The setup, oh my gosh. NRG on notice now. Nitro picks up one, picks up the double, and that will be the round for NRG, but it is not a cheap round at all.
No, that's almost. Cyrix almost kind of playing spoiler there, but a great play from Mason to get the bomb down. So he kind of realized that they may give him a little bit of space there. get some extra money as well. So they are going to fully invest here into this round here for the Vagrant side. So spending kind of what the remainder they would have left here. So if NRG is able to take this one, should finally be able to string together a few more rounds here, potentially maybe going to double digits as well. We may have our OT game.
Yeah, it's a long, long road, though, for NRG. 5 rounds. You cannot make any mistakes. You cannot lose. Oh, spots the knee. OC. OC. Oh, knee. Oh, knee. Pixel.
I was wondering when that one was going to come in, and it did.
I mean, he spotted the knee. It just, the jokes write themselves. OC spots another. Good kill onto Brett. Fortunately, doesn't take any damage from his own nade, so that's good. And that is
bomb as well with that second kill, too, Floopy. So Sandman is able to reacquire that here in mid.
Yep. With bomb reacquired, now Vagrants in a dangerous position here. If they can open up a site, they can get that down. They can win this even down by 2 players. So there's no relaxation for NRG. No rest for the wicked. Until we close our eyes for good.
Ah, yes.
Classic
great
song.
reference. Great song reference. Love that, Floopies.
Anyone feel like playing Borderlands?
Not today. We've got some Counter-Strike going on here.
We do. Although
we do, but it looks like Hext is actually going to be the one tested here potentially on A, but they're still, looks like they're going to save this round. No one's here really to try to put any pressure here on the A bomb site, so it is going to be a 3-person save here. I'm going to try to spend a little bit of money here. I guess Seb may drop over an SMG potentially over onto Brett. And Mason should be able to acquire a rifle here, but Vagrants is going to elect to save this round here. No extra damage traded here after those first 2 initial kills, and easy kills they were here from OC. They tested them here in mid, and they fell for their troubles, so I don't know, Floofies. It can happen.
It can happen. I wonder if we're starting to see the confidence of Vagrants start to falter a little bit. I can't make any reads on it yet, but
yeah, you do still have Brett at the helm, and Brett should be able to calm him down here. So Brett's well seasoned in this environment, but we actually going to see kind of a reposition here from OC as well. The E-box.
Yeah, I mean, E-box is a fantastic position to play that. You get so much space, and aside from just smoking it off, there's not a great way to deal with it. Meanwhile, you play the rifle in mid and give Vagrants some space, but snap the trap in as you walk in. Vagrants, though, choosing to forego mid and B entirely. Gonna just head on over to A. Oh, an OC caught an E-box. That up, not gonna work in his favor. Cyrix with the faster shot now. Vagrants looking to line up for this A site take.
Yeah, and just Hext here left to defend. You've got George and Nitro trying to look here for this mid flank, but Sandman is here as well. Are they going to expect him here to be here? Nitro just dropped in the water. Sandman should call that out, that there's a flash flank coming here, but Mason is going to get that bomb down in a very strong position.
Yeah, I like this flank a lot. Oh, it feels dangerous, though. Cyrix in position. Meanwhile, George does pick up the first, but it's quickly traded by Brett. 3 versus 4 on the NRG side, but Nitro will take one back. That's the op of Cyrix down. George on low HP, but he's got that AK in hand. He's not able to put it to work. Mason and Brett will close this one out, and Vagrants will take map number 1, 13-8.
Everybody else watching is too, but you know that definitely wasn't that